And in an abuse cult, where we learn in childhood that we must collude in some way with the abusive side of the parent in order to survive, have some sense of dignity and security and love and belonging, there will always be people with abuse contracts that moved from parent to current authority figure, the boss, the teacher, etc., who are more loyal to the contract of ass-kissing, enablement, patronage, or kind of lying. Every abuser generally wants to lie and say that it's not abuse or it's justified, etc. And so those who help them feel better about their abuses of power are useful for the psyche of the abuser. And so there will tend to be not only a concentration of power in the role, but there will be a flank around the roles of power with people who have decided that the best way for them to meet their needs for survival and security in a sociopathic dynamic is to have a powerful friend who will return the favor by fighting for them the same way they were fought for. And so this is the terrain that we operate in as individuals. And it is necessary to consciously pull apart and release the influence of systems, of paradigms, of dominance hierarchies, and of abusive individuals and groups who do not legitimize their power by focusing primarily on using it for the well-being of others, meaning the meeting of human needs of others, who provide that power either by, and we're talking in democratic, system, but we're also talking allowing. Because if you have a brutal dictator, it just takes one citizen to take up a gun and shoot him. And now you don't have that particular dictator. So everyone doesn't do that to allow, a dictatorship type dynamic to continue. It is, the ultimate power is always ultimately in the large group of people, the vast majority of people. And in that, it is also the responsibility of the majority to attend to the empathic needs of the minorities, if there is to be peace. Because whenever the majority exploits the larger mass to violate the rights of the minority to meet their human needs in an equal framework of human dignity, there will be violence, because that protocol is a direct affront on the equal rights of the minority, who have the exact same human emotions and feelings of everyone else. They just don't have the money, the skin color, the rank, etc. But that is wrong, meaning it is mathematically incorrect. It is a deep cult flaw, which makes it a dogma rather than a scientific fact, to not empower someone with black skin to contribute as much to society as someone with pink or white skin. That's just stupid. If cultures were competitive, this is the positive aspect of competition. If cultures were competitive and were measured for intelligence, which would be the amount of well-being per person in that culture or cult per unit of energy invested, the cultures that fully cared for and utilized black people as well as white people would win the competition. Because that's the only intelligent metric of intelligence. If it takes you $1 million, 100 tons of garbage, 20,000 chemicals, stress, time, training, long drives to and from work, to be mildly depressed and unsatisfied with life, compared with another person who goes out in the morning and sings to the ocean and does some weaving while humming and chats with their neighbors and looks out at a pristine night sky and feels at peace with a beautiful and loyal partner with no chemicals. And it's free. They are more intelligent. They are creating vastly more well-being with vastly less units of energy. It is not progress to increase energy consumption without comparatively and correspondingly increasing human well-being sustainably. Nor is it progress to destroy one's host body without increasing human well-being to compensate. If you have addicted, traumatized, miserable, insecure, traumatically illiterate, emotionally illiterate, and shame-based individuals consuming more energy than any cult in human history to feel mediocre, you have one of the dumbest, incoherent, destructive, and ignorant cults that you can imagine. Because they're too dumb to realize they're dumb, which is the most basic level of intelligence. You've got to know what dumb and intelligence is. And it is not spewing out trivia. It is not the number of trivial pursuit questions you can ask or answer with a smile on a show about nothing. It's about human well-being per unit of energy consumed. It takes incredible brainwashing to defer one's felt human experience to experts that define growth, competency, success, or anything other that's useful based on metrics that have nothing to do with your felt human well-being day by day.